Don't spill now, man. ASMR. So you want to make content, huh? Or you're already making content and you need that edge to make the next step. Well, audio is a great place to start. And today I'm going to show you a budget streaming audio setup for Twitch, YouTube, pretty much any content creation that'll run you under $200 if you're willing to go used. And it's going to blow any gaming headset out of the water. Let's get started. So this package is going to consist of 3 main pieces and some accessories. And if you're willing to go used, I really suggest you go look at eBay for some of these things because you can get some great deals. And most of the stuff that I'm recommending is very durable, so it'll last decades if it's treated well. So keep that in mind. You don't have to buy new and you can save a ton of money. I will, however, drop Amazon links if you want to go to the new route, and this is still going to be a cost-effective way to get great audio, and it's still going to cost you less than an SM7B in total, and it'll get you 90% of the way there in terms of quality, especially for streaming and compressed things like YouTube. So enough babbling, here's what you need. The first thing you're going to need is some headphones, and this is the most open thing on this list as it's pretty much up to personal preference, and there's a ton of good options of headphones in the $100 to $150 market, and in the used market there's even better deals. I went with the Sennheiser HD 280 Pros, and these run about $90 new, and you can get them for like $50 for a nice used set. And these are an awesome budget headphone. They give a nice flat response, but they still have enough low end to listen to bassy music and make you feel immersed in games with that low rumble. And they're also very well sealed. They're pretty tight, and actually that's kind of a con. They do take a little bit to break in because they are tight, but they seal really well if you're not in a very quiet environment. I know the feeling. Neighbors. Where was I? These will be awesome at keeping any disturbances out. Some other options are the Audio-Technica ATH M50s, which to me offer a little bit better build quality and feel and a great sound profile just like the Sennheisers, but they're a little bit pricier. However, the used market, that you can get great deals on those as well. There's also the Sennheiser HD 300 Pros as well, which is a little bit of an upgrade to the 280s. I recommend just going to Guitar Center, Best Buy, Micro Center, whatever's around, and trying on a ton of headphones and just seeing what fits your head the best, because everyone's dome piece is different really. So find what fits best and pick something that has a decently flat response. You know, if you're a bass head, you can get something that's a little heavier on the low end, but don't go too overboard on that, because if you're trying to mix audio or monitor audio, you want to have a decent, flat response. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're not, in a studio environment, but, get as close as you can, right? So go wild and leave a comment of your favorite pair of headphones that you like listening to music or gaming with. Now you're probably wondering, how the hell do headphones give me good audio for content? Well, it doesn't, but they're still pretty important. However, a microphone plays a big part, and that's why I recommend the SM7B's little brother, the Shure SM57. Believe it or not, this mic was used by Michael Jackson in Thriller and was a favorite by the Red Hot Chili Peppers and was used for vocals on Californication. Californication. If it's good enough for them, rest assured it's good enough for your YouTube or Twitch gig. And you cannot break this thing, so this is why I recommend going used, because there's stories of these things being ran over by tour buses, being thrown, everything you can imagine happening to a mic, and they still work flawlessly. So don't be afraid to go used on this. You can get them for like $70 used, and I think they're about $109, $115 brand new. So just go used, get them for $60, $70, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. It is a dynamic mic, so the pickup pattern is much more direct, so you're not going to be picking up your loud-ass PC or your mechanical gaming, ultra elite, alpha, lightning gaming keyboard. And it's an XLR mic, but it doesn't require anything like a cloud lifter or phantom power. So that's nice, no other accessories needed. And with this expensive-ass $30 foam windscreen, it actually gives a close sound profile to the SM7B. I'm not going to say it's there completely, but in terms of streaming, things like that, it's going to get you pretty close, and that's why I recommend buying this overpriced piece of foam, because it's really the only one that gets it this close. There's some videos comparing them. With this windscreen, it gets it 85-90% of the way there for $70. Also, I recommend getting a boom arm, whatever you can afford. I think that one was like $20. It'll be good enough as long as it can clamp to your desk, whatever. And I would also recommend getting a shock mount. Now, this is a pretty small diameter mic, so I'll have a link in the description of one that fits almost perfect, but if you want it super snug, foam tape is your friend. Just wrap it around the mic and then mount it, and the foam tape will make up the difference. And also, don't forget about XLR cables. Make sure you get a decent quality XLR cable, because if you use really bad cables, they can pick up some noise and add some unwanted humming and buzzing. So, maybe buy a $15 cable instead of the $3 cable. So you have a mic, you have headphones, but you have nothing to plug them into now, right? Well, that's where this bad boy comes in. The Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 preamp. It's a USB preamp, and it has two XLR inputs that double as instrument inputs with 1/4 inch if you need those. It has phantom power if you're looking to upgrade to a condenser mic in the future, and the two inputs allows you to add a mic in the future. If you want to do podcasting, this is great because you can have two mics. Just adding a sound effects board, anything along those lines as an XLR that you need. It's a super rugged preamp and is pretty much world renowned for being one of the best low-end preamps. It's plug and play, has a pretty low noise floor, and has latency free monitoring to either the 1/4 inch headphones or the speaker monitor output on the back. The gain dials are nice and smooth, and the whole thing overall is just a nice hunk of metal. So this is also something that I'd recommend getting a nice used example for. You can pick them up used for around $70, and brand new they're only $159. Now, I know it would be nice to go and get a Go XLR or Go XLR Mini, but to be honest, you really don't need hardware mixing. You can do it in software, and the price isn't really justifiable for a new content creator. This Focusrite brand new is $100 less than even that Go XLR Mini. That's a mic, you know what I'm saying? I don't really see it as being worth it. So audio gear is important, but even some nice pieces of budget equipment can get you almost all the way there to what the pros do. And I would say the bigger thing that you should be focusing on is getting your environment that you're recording in better. Slowly build up sound deadening kits, buy some foam pieces, figure out where your echoes are coming from, and slowly take care of those. Take care of your noisy ass PC, turn the TV off in the other room, make your brother go play outside so he's not bothering you. Just get your environment much quieter, and that'll improve any audio, because you can bring down your gain, which will bring down your noise, and you'll just overall have a better experience when you're recording audio if your environment is as good as you can get it. Combine that with this budget setup, and you'll be well on your way to overspending on cameras and lenses and a bunch of other bullshit that costs a ton of money. So fasten your seatbelt. Content creation can be a long, bumpy, and potentially expensive ride, but I'll do my best to save you as much money as I can along the way, give you some pieces of tech that'll improve your gear without breaking the bank. So if you want to see more of that, go ahead and subscribe. If this video helps you out at all, leave it a thumbs up. Get out there and make some shit. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.